everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and tonight I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products, so I hope you'll join me. If you're seeing this part, you're probably watching the replay, so you can hashtag replay. Let me know you stopped by. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get my keywords set up and then I'm going to share this over to my Facebook group real fast. But when you hop on, say hello, let me know you're there. All right, let me get this shared. And if you're not in my VIP group, as long as you're not a designer, you can type VIP into the comments and you'll get the link to that private group where I have specials, giveaways, insider information. I would love for you to join that group. I have a few specials over there this month. All right, I'm gonna pull this up so I can see comments. All right. Hi Anne, hi Beverly, how are you ladies doing? All right. Let me know how you're doing. Say hey when you hop on. We are going to work with our club transfer today. We're going to do a couple different projects. Beverly, I hope you're having a great day. You guys, I say I'm going live and then they say okay and then they start walking around. But we're going to use this cute little pattern. You are going to see me use this a lot this month. We used it on this pumpkin stack back here. Today we're going to use the actual little bags that it comes with. And then we're also going to decorate this little platter that I have. So I have just a piece of... What do you want?
No, she's fine. Sure.
I have this little piece of ink mat that I cut. No worries, Beverly. All right, so cut this up, and I have a few ink mats, so I can cut some down to put it in here. So I'm going to stick this in here like so. And this is just going to keep this in place. And also so the ink won't go through to the other side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, your club is going to come with two different pouches. It's going to come with this cute little bow trellis transfer. It's going to come with Meadow ink and Couture coral ink. I'm not going to use these. I'm going to use the same pink, but I'm going to use Nominee as well. But if you are a club member, in the cart link, there is an exclusive 8.5 by 11 size bag that you can purchase if you're a club member. If you're not a club member, you will not see this. But if you're a club member, just log into your account and then you will see it. And the other pouch is as big as this. So it's 8.5 by 11. This is 8.5 by 11. So you have the option of adding that onto your order. Thank you, Brenda. I was in bed most of the day yesterday with a migraine and I still have a little bit of a headache today, but much better. A lot of it is stress probably. Okay, so when you ink, you do not want to fuzz. You just want to take your transfer and you want to put it directly on your fabric. Hi Anne, how are you? But today's keyword is club, and there is a link for info for our monthly club if you want to check that out. And then there is a link of other supplies I added, like the pouch, the bigger pouch, some board erasers, ink mat, stuff like that. But I'm going to stick this on here. I'm going to see, I'm going to put it right up to the zipper. And I'm just going to attach it all the way up to the zipper part. What are you looking for? Okay, so I'm going to push this down and make sure it is all secure. But let me know in the comments if you're a club member. Just say me. If you put the word club in the comments, you're going to get today's keyword. So we're going to make sure this is down all the way. And I'm actually going to make this one in Nominee, the bigger one in Nominee. You can use this as a makeup bag. You could use it as a bag to hold your chalk supplies. It is like totally up to you what you would use this for. Actually, let me see. I think that's going to be good. You're a club member, awesome. So if you're a club member and you sign into your club account, you'll see in the supply list today the bigger pouch. If you're not a club member, you won't see it. All right, so we're going to use Nominee, and I'm actually just going to put this one under here too. And we're going to do this one in the coral. So I'm going to do the Nominee first. You are and you're a Perks member. Awesome. Oh, Mark B. Okay, I will look as soon as I am done. All right, so this is Nominee. And for some reason, my Nominee is very, very thin. So if your ink is extra thin, you definitely want to make sure there's something in between your layers of your fabric. So the big one, I do have a little ink mat in there. This one I don't, but hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, so Nominee. And when you ink, you want to push very gently because your ink is very thin. You don't want to push it up underneath your transfer. And so we're just going to start at the top and we're going to work our way down. And light pressure. If you miss a spot, you can just go back up and go over it. Usually I go over it a couple times. But again, you just want to push very lightly. You don't want anything to bleed. You don't want to push it up underneath by accident. And so I always start at the top just because I don't want to like run my arm through it by mistake or something if it's like a big inking project. And now I'm just going to go back over it and I'm just going to take off all the extra. And then I'm going to clean my squeegee off. It is super easy. Clean your squeegee off. I'm going to stick it in my water. Close this up, and then I am very gently going to take off the top one. So I'm just going to pull this very gently. And then you have this cute little pouch. I'm going to set that there. I'm going to put my backer sheet under there since I do not want to get ink all over my desk. So I'm just going to set that there. Make sure I don't have any on my hands. I'm going to push this one down really good. Hi, Kim. How are you? You guys, Nominee is my absolute favorite. But I'm going to do this one. So you're going to get these two colors. You don't have to use them. You can if you want. Or you can absolutely use chalk. If you're never going to wash these, you can use chalk. It is up to you. So we're going to push this down. Make sure it's down really good. And then we are going to do coral on this one. So another little squeegee. So, oh gosh, so this coral, this one is actually pretty thick. So I think I'm going to open, actually, I think I'm just going to do it in Nominee as well because I don't want to open my little packets. I saved those. So I'm just going to do them both in the same color. Hi Pat, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, so going to use Nominee light pressure. Now, if you take your transfer off and you notice that it didn't cover an area, you can lay it back down and go over it. You can wash your transfer and redo it. It is all up to you. I like the rustic kind of look, so I don't normally touch it up unless it's like for someone else or something, but that's just the look I like. All right, so I'm done with that. But we are going to do another project as well with the same transfer. So now I'm just going to take this off. Oh, I should have pushed, let me push a little bit harder. That one barely went through, so we'll push a little bit harder. I'm always afraid that I'm gonna push too hard. But that one was really rustic. All right, so here is our little guy. So there's our little one, super cute. Now we have to wash this right away or else it will bleed. Hi Joan, I'm so glad you caught me live. So we're gonna wash that right away. We're gonna dry those and heat set them, but we're also gonna do another project as well. But let me wash this really quick. Okay, gonna wash this. You have to wash it right away. You cannot let the ink dry on your transfer because it will clog the silk screen because it's permanent, and then you won't be able to use the transfer. When I first started, I totally forgot about a transfer and it dried and I couldn't use it again. So always make sure you wash your transfers right away. Don't wait. It's just a good habit to get into if you do it right away. Isn't it so pretty? This pattern I love. We're gonna do one other project with it, and I'm also gonna show you how to heat set. Most of you probably know, but in case you're new and you're thinking about joining club, I wanna show you how to heat set. But again, you do not have to use ink on these little bags if you don't want to. You can use chalk. You just won't be able to wash them. Most of the time with things like that, I probably would just use chalk. But it's just personal preference. If I do use, if I do a t-shirt or something like that, obviously I'm gonna use ink because I wanna use it again. Or wash it. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this really quick with my hair dryer so we can use it for another project really quick. And if you missed last week, the pumpkin stack, we used this pretty design on the pumpkin stack. So I'm just using low heat to dry this. It's gotta be completely dry before I use it again. Oh my goodness, can't get it off. There we go. All right, and then it's pretty dry, but just to be totally sure, I am going to dry this side with a paper towel. Oh, awesome, Pat. Thank you so much for your order. We appreciate it. Enjoy painting all of that. All right, so that is wet, so I don't want to use that again. So just making sure it is all dry. All right, so now I'm going to get a clean, dry towel here. And we are going to fuzz this. So now we are going to fuzz this because it's going on a hard surface. So I'm going to fuzz this. When you dry it with a hair dryer like that, it makes it extra sticky. So we're going to fuzz it a couple times, and then we're going to use this platter. I thought this would be super cute if you're having a little girl's birthday party, a woman's tea, bridal shower, engagement party, anything like that. I thought that this would be super cute on this tray. So we are going to put it on the tray. And so I actually had another design on here, you guys, and I used Storm, which is a gray, and I was able to wash it off. So I'm actually reusing this for the second time. So we're gonna put this on here. And I'm gonna see, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put it right to the crease here, to this side. just like that. And we are gonna stop right there, and then we're gonna continue our pattern over here. And hopefully no one walks down and distracts me like last week. But today's keyword is club. And if you're not in my VIP group, I have a special this month if you join club or perks. So just type VIP in the comments, and we're gonna do Peachy Keen. It's a very light pink. So this is the coral ink. So you can see it's much lighter. But this is what we're gonna use to put this design on here. And then we're gonna heat set our little pouches in just a second. All right, so Peachy Keen. And I'm not gonna go, like, I'll show you guys what I could do. Oh my. So this is our placement tape. You guys, this is on sale right now. As a designer, I think I could get it for like 60 cents or something like that. It's crazy. But I don't wanna go over this part right here. So I'm just gonna put that right there. So it won't go up over the side. If you wanted to put it up over the side, you totally could, but I am just gonna put it in the middle. Okay, and so we're just going to chalk this on here. You guys can see this chalk is much thicker than our ink. So you can push a little bit harder. If you use chalk on fabric, you can press much harder as well because you want this thick ink to go through onto, especially this canvas pouch. You definitely want it to go push it through into the canvas. All right, and then you're gonna squeegee everything off. And we're gonna line this up. I think this pattern would be cute to do our little risers in if you're having some kind of party and you want it extra girly. Maybe you have a daughter or a granddaughter and they're having a party. This would be so cute. Okay, so we are going to pull this. My heat press keeps wanting to go off. So we're gently gonna peel this up and we're just gonna pull straight up. Look at how pretty, I love it, I love it. Is that. So we're gonna dry this really quick because I don't wanna accidentally smear it. So we're gonna dry it. Give me some ideas of what you have thought of if you're a club member, even if you're not, maybe what you would put this on if you had this. So you can seal these on the tray. I don't seal it because I can remove the chalk and reuse this surface. It is a slick surface. I had a gray on here. It wiped right off. All right, so here is our cute little tray. So I'm gonna see if I can line this up with the bottom part. So let me just make sure it's a bow and then a flower. Okay, I'm using the bottom part because I don't want to get chalk all over. So I'm just going to line this up from the bottom part. But it's sticky. Okay, and I'm going to take this tape off because now I need to make sure I get the top of the bows. So I'm going to push this down. All right, so I'm not gonna go up the sides, so I just have to be careful that I don't get that part. And I'm probably not gonna do all of that just because I'm probably gonna stop right down the middle, so it's even with the other side. Hi Lori, how are you? So I don't want to get this part, so I'm gonna cover this up. I don't want to go up the side, and then I want to make this even with this side, so I'm gonna put my tape. I'm gonna put my tape like right here because it just gets the middle part. So there we go. All right, so wherever you end right here, you can use this side to line up. If you want to use the top, you can, but it's the same all the way down. So I'm just using this side. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, and we're going to continue on with the same color. So I want to make sure I don't get that top part. We're just going to squeegee down and then squeegee up. All right, and then I have a lot on there I didn't use, so I'm just gonna put that back in the jar, put that in my water, and then carefully take this off. I might have went up a little too high. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, now if you wanted to cover the whole thing, up the sides and everything, I got some right there that I don't want. I'm just gonna wipe it off. Okay, so I just did the middle, but if you wanted to go up the sides, you absolutely can. But look at how pretty that looks. I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So because this is chalk, I don't have to wash it right away. However, it's a good habit just to wash it right away, so you don't get it confused which one you have to wash right away, which one not. But also, if this dries, it's much harder to get it off, so it's easier to clean it when it's wet. It's less wear and tear. So I just get in the habit of washing them as soon as I am done with my live. Or if I was not live right now, I would just take the tape off and then I would wash it immediately. But look at how pretty this is. I absolutely love this bow pattern. There's so many things you can do with it. So I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna put this to the side. And then I am going to take out my ink mat, and these are not dry. So normally you would let these dry overnight, or however long it takes. Sometimes if there's more humidity, it takes a little bit longer to dry. But I'm gonna put them right here. And you guys, little tassels on these would be super cute, or like a charm or something on the end. But I'm gonna put these right here, and because they are wet, normally, especially if it's a t-shirt, you wanna move it back and forth so it doesn't burn whatever fabric. This is a little bit thicker, but what I'm gonna do, because it's not dry, is you always wanna use parchment paper. My heat press is at 305, and you wanna do 30 minutes on each side. These are a little bit thicker than like a t-shirt, so I'll probably just double heat it from the front, or I mean, I guess I could do front and back, but I'm just gonna set it there, and then I'm gonna push my start, and then I'm just gonna pick it up and put it back down. I don't wanna rub it because I don't wanna smear it. I don't think this would really burn like a t-shirt if you just keep it in one place. So just up and down, super simple. If you're using your household iron, it is 4 minutes on each side, so 8 minutes. So if you have a heat press, it would be much easier, but you can use your household iron. All right, so I'm just gonna do it again on the front since it wasn't dry. You can dry it with a hairdryer, you can just let it dry on its own. But these are so cute, but if you're a club member, go get the other matching pouch. It's only $6, and then you can have a whole set, so cute. But if it's not dry, this heat will dry it as well. But you always want to protect your table, put a thick towel down, a mat. This is just like one of those mats that goes under your dish strainer. Look at how pretty. So it dried it. So look at how pretty. These are matching little things. Now I'm just going to do it from the back. Be careful, it heats up the zipper. So I'm just going to do it from the back. And now it's dry, so I can go like this. And I did an extra on the front because I started when it was wet. But now if I want to wash these, I can wash these. I've noticed with canvas though, if you wash it, sometimes it shrinks. Maybe I washed it wrong, I don't know, but I probably wouldn't wash these. Hi Jerry, how are you? I'm having a good day, thanks. We are trying to learn how to create our own files with our Etsy store, you guys. It hurts my brain. All right, so look at how cute these are. Matching, gosh, matching little things. Like I said, you could use these, like if you're going somewhere and you want to take your chalk supplies, you could absolutely do this. You could use these for makeup. You could use this little one for coins. Hi, Susan. So these are small, obviously. I only have my husband's big thing here. Let's see. So this one is about 3 3/4 wide and 3 1/2. So this one is about 7 1/8 by 5 1/8. And then the one you can get if you're a club member is 8 1/2 by 11. And our transfer that we used for this is 8 1/2 by 11. So there would be 3 different sizes, and they could all watch. Yes, I use Nominee. It will come, if you're a club member, it will come with these 2 colors. But you guys, you know I love Nominee, so this is what we have. And then if you just hopped on, we also did this darling little platter with the same transfer. I love it. I think it is so cute. We did the stacked pumpkins last week. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Today's keyword is club. We do have a Summerween sale going on for summer and Halloween. They brought back some retired Halloween transfers. So it's basically, they sell out, they're gone. So it's while supplies last. So go check out that sale. Nominee is the best. It is my absolute favorite, you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Type the word club into the comments. If you're a club member, go grab the other bag. If you're not a club member, check out the info, sign up. If you're a Perks member, you can save 30% on your club as well. And if you're in my VIP group and you become a club member or a Perks member, I have something special for you this month. But thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you heart this video, share it if you can. And excuse me, on the replay, make sure you say #replay and let me know you stopped by. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.